Coming out here and competing every day, day by day. They came out and really played well today. For the first day, to be able to handle everything that we threw at them, everything that the defense threw at them, I was really impressed. They had good energy and they were able to lead and command.
Is it completely wide open, or is there?
It's completely wide open. We don't look at it every day. Grade each player, each play, and by the end of spring, hopefully, we'll know something.
So no one with any advantage going into it?
No, it's wide open, and it's pretty neat to be a USC Trojan fan right now. We got 4 great quarterbacks, and the competition is fierce, and we don't give them all a chance.
Quarterbacks talked about changes made to the verbiage, the playbook. What was the genesis of that?
Just some things that that made it easier for me to understand, and hopefully made it easier for the running backs and the offensive line to understand as far as protections. Not major changes, just a couple things in the protections just to clarify so I can see it in my head.
Who initiated the changes? Did you?
We all talked about it as staff. Everything happens with the staff, and we're going to make a decision. Hey, does this work? Does it fit? And is it simpler? We're trying to make it easy as we can for these kids, and hopefully it works.
Did any of the guys stand out individually today?
I'm not going to talk individually. I think all 4 of them played really well. Before I even want to start talking about a player, I have to go watch film. Look at their reads. That was a fast practice, one of the fastest practices I've ever been a part of. So I really need to just slow it down, go watch tape, and study each play.
Will Garrett Green stay at quarterback?
He's going to play both. He's a great athlete, and I think he can help us also at receiver. So we don't give him the opportunity to play both.
What was it like for you to be on the field finally for the first time with them?
It was great. That's why we're football coaches, to be able to be on the practice field and coach and see these guys throw and make it a live competition. So I've been waiting for it for 2 months, and it finally came, and it was a neat experience. There's a lot of competition here.
How do you determine the rotation and the reps, and is that going to change from practice to practice?
Early on, we just don't give everyone an opportunity to be first. So they get to be with the offensive line that's number 1 and the running backs and receivers that are number 1. So we don't give everyone an opportunity to be number 1, and then we'll just kind of, play with the numbers. Who's leading or who deserves it, and, just give everyone a chance though.
Can someone even take a lead in a first practice, or is that just too soon?
Oh, it's too soon. I mean, we only have day 1 install. I mean, we have to put about 8 more days of installation in, so we got to see, if everyone can handle the whole package of offense.
Do you think the competition is in the back of those 4 guys' minds at all times? Do you think they're just going out there and playing their best?
I'm hoping that competition is in everyone's mind. I mean, there's no job that's safe. Everyone here is out here working, competing to keep that starting job or earn a starting job. So everyone's competing, and that's the sport that we play. It's competition. Coach stresses competition, and that's what they're out here doing.
Have you talked to them though about that, about handling the competition and things they need to do, I guess? Whether you don't want them, I'm sure, stressing about it or thinking about it when they're on the field and stuff like that.
Well, I think they have to understand that everything they do, from the meeting room to studying on their own to the practice field, it's competition, and it's a tough business, tough sport that we're in. And if you're not competing, then you don't get left behind. So I think they understand that they got to compete everything they do, and we're watching them, we're grading them, and if they don't want to compete, then they won't be out here. They are competitors. They love the sport, and I think that's why they play the game of football.
But do you want them thinking about the quarterback competition specifically?
No, not at all. I mean, that's like asking, that's like telling a player don't think about the crowd. That's just given. You got enough stuff to focus on. You got to focus on the play, the concept, the defense. So they're definitely not thinking about the competition when they're out here practicing. I hope they're thinking about it when they go home, preparing themselves for the next day, getting fired up. But once they're on the practice field, I mean, you got enough stuff to worry about that you can't think about what the other guy's doing.
You talked about the change in practice speed from coming back down. What would you say some of the other differences you've noticed, at least with the first day getting a little bit down?
The hashes are a little bit different. I still got to get used to that. The field's, I'm looking for the ball in the middle of the field, and it's way over on the right hash, almost to the sideline. So that was a little bit of new experience for me. And just the energy, the pure energy that they showed out here. I mean, that's neat. You don't see that in the NFL as much every day. I mean, it was pure, and it was real, and guys were competing. Offense won today on the scoreboard as far as getting completions or 4-yard runs. So it was a good experience.